is the mid-scale size Millennium Falcon. Just saying how great a set this is, how great a set these mid-scale size sets are. I might as well have the acclimator out too. If you're gonna have a Star Wars collection on a budget, this is the way to go. Hey, Punisher Bricks, psh, psh. Beastie Boy, psh, psh. Welcome to this Friday live stream. Thanks for joining me, guys, and thanks for leaving a like already. Well, I'll get into this and we'll see who joins us throughout the live stream. It is a Friday. I kind of got to move fast because this is already getting late, and I know a lot of people are like, oh man, I can barely make it. So here we go. Meta's here. Psh, awesome. Hello, Meta. Good to see you. And just 2 bags left. 10 and 11. The paper bags. Lego Timmy. Psh. Matt is alive. Man, you guys are ready to go. This is awesome. Matt is alive, has arrived, digging the dive, striving to survive, drive to thrive, high five, subscribe, like the live. Matt's in the chat. Matt's back in the chat. Matt is alive. Friday Night Live. Let's go. I can't stay, but just wanted to say hi. Thank you, Lego Timmy. Thanks for saying hi, dropping in. I know you've been quite busy as well. Caught part of your live stream. Gosh, was it earlier this afternoon or yesterday? I can't keep track of the days. But I do know it's Friday, so that's good. Thank you, Lego Timmy, for stopping by. And we'll see, guys. We will try and finish. Well, I'll just stick with bag 10. I don't want to overpromise because I kind of want to stretch out this set. This is part 6. Part 7 would be tomorrow, and what better way than to finish a set with a number 7 live stream. Beastie Boy says, yeah, today I found out that the girl I was texting has a boyfriend. Oh, so sorry, man. You know what? That's what we call growing pains. Lego Timmy, actually Saturday for you already. That is true. Depending on your time zone. I am West Coast time zone, so it's still Friday. I get to hold on to my weekend just a little bit longer than some of you guys. And just thank you for joining the live stream. And I was thinking about, after this set, what next? Because these are cool, and I love Millennium Falcon builds. As you can see, here's another one. Now, I don't have the UCS Millennium Falcon, and that is kind of the reason to go back to the Star Wars sets and see how fun, recapture the fun of building that set. Because I had this Han Solo Series 1, or the White Falcon, I forget the official name of it. Anyway, I hadn't built that up in a long, or I haven't built that up in a long time. I think I got that set in 2018. So this is my newest Star Wars set right here in our Lego collection. And enjoying the Millennium Falcon. To me, it's like another character in the Star Wars series. So if you're a Lego fan, you like Lego Star Wars, and you really like the Lego Millennium Falcon as probably one of the most iconic ships in all of movie history, science fiction history, Star Wars history, then you gotta leave a like, because it's just too cool of a set. And I'll just throw this out here, our sig figs, our Brick Therapy sig figs. And hopefully I'll get my son to join me to finish up this set tomorrow, but we will see. So yeah. Hey, Tanner, welcome back. Did you get the photos I sent out today? I have not yet, Tanner. I just got on live right now, but I will check those out. If you posted them on the community post, I will check those out. Little Lego is here. Psh, welcome back, Little Lego. Good job, Beastie Boy. Way to keep optimistic. I'm assuming you're a lot younger than me, and those things happen. It's called growing pains. But never fear. We got Brick Therapy here for you. We've got Lego Therapy, thus our channel. This is where we get to enjoy building and talking about Lego, and kind of having a nice distraction, or as we say, diversion from the stresses of the day. And let's start out the weekend right with some Lego therapy. Animation Station, welcome. Psh, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Tanner says, check, then I'll feel free to show them on stream if you want. Okay, very cool, Tanner. We will do so. I don't know if you put it on the community post. I'm assuming that's where you put it. That'd be the only way I could see it. So we'll see. Hello, Z. Psh, welcome. So there we go. First part of bag 10 put together. This is a 921 piece set. If you're just joining us, we're building the mid-scale size Lego Millennium Falcon, and I would suggest you get this set. It is great. I don't know how long this set's been out. I want to say at least a year and a half, but this set, in terms of a build and a great deal right now, it's about $20 off the Lego price on lego.com. So if you get it through Amazon or Walmart, I'm sure if you've scanned the Lego pages or the Lego, I guess, section or whatever you want to call it online through walmart.com or Amazon, you will see the price being a discount, at a good discount, and it won't break the bank, and it's a great addition or a great start to any Lego Star Wars collection I can think of. I guess the only drawback, it's not really a drawback, but the only thing you miss out on is there's no minifigure, right? It's just the ship model. But you know what, if you're one who just likes the model part of building, like the design of Lego and the fun challenges of the build, it's not like super hard to build, but it does have some fun elements to it. Like every one of these panel pieces is a separate build, like every like kind of eighth section or quarter section of the ship is a separate build. And I'd say once you get through bags 1 through 4, you get the cross section here, and just before you start to see kind of the front shape of the ship, you start to realize how cool it is. The details are great, and the set won't break your bank. You'll be pretty stoked to have this in your collection if you're a long-time Lego Star Wars fan or just starting out. So it's so ideal. I was saying pretty much, actually in every live stream I've been doing, like these Midi scale ships, I'm like, they seem kind of cool, but I don't know if I'd want it. It doesn't, it's not the play scale size set. It doesn't have the minifig, but they are really fun builds. They're great models, good representations of the theme itself of Star Wars. And, you can fit quite a lot of them on a shelf and not have too much space taken up. So that's great. Then if you want minifigures, you can, there's so many microfighter versions of Star Wars characters and minifigures. You can always get those to get the minifigures, or you could probably get the minifigures through Bricklink. The Han Solo, I don't know how rare he is. If you have a bricks and minifig store nearby you, then you could probably find a Han Solo minifigure. I mean, you could probably almost make one yourself by just getting regular Lego pieces. I guess the hard part would be kind of his torso and his definable, what would you call it? That kind of jacket he has and shirt from the first Star Wars film. But anyway, all I'm saying is these mid-scale size ships are great to have. They're great for your collection. They're great to build. They, to me, have just as much detail as the larger ship here, and you just can't go wrong. Beastie Boy, hope you're doing well. Tanner says, yes, I can do this only way I can send you some photos. Very cool. Shout out to Landon, he says. Little Lego says, I checked a couple of days ago about being a Lego ambassador, and it looks like I should be around January if I get monetized by then. I just have to change my name. It'll be like Little L Bricks. Little Lego, that is awesome. How cool is that? Give you a high five. To be in the LAN network. I guess you'll just miss the, or I guess you missed the cutoff though to get the Star Wars UCS set, the the new Death Star. But when you get to that point, that's fun. Obviously, you get Lego sets for free to review and represent the brand, and gosh, further enjoy what you're doing as a Lego collector, Lego builder, and YouTuber. So way to go, little Lego. You'll have to inform me of the process. I'm so curious about that. I know there's been kind of like a critique, I guess. I mentioned it in a couple live streams ago, how, well, I don't know. It's other Lego YouTubers talking about it. So I don't know how we all feel in the Lego collecting community. But yeah, Matt Alive says, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know how really controversial it is, but it was valid enough for me to watch an entire video. One of the, I forgot his name, another Lego YouTuber. I don't know if he's well known. He has about 3,000 subscribers. But anyway, he was saying how controversial it was for all the Lego ambassadors to get that Death Star for free, and then come out recommending it as, oh yeah, this is a set worth buying. But of course, none of them had to pay the price for that. So that's it's $1,000 for a Lego set, and they got it for free, which is that's cool. But to recommend buying it, then your credibility would be a little bit at least scrutinized or questioned because you did not. And that's basically the most expensive Lego set on record. Well, it will be the most expensive Lego set on record, right? $1,000. $1,000 or $999. So yeah, just crazy. Little Lego says, so yeah, it might be a Lego ambassador. Yeah, January is when they do the next application process. Matt, Ruth, welcome. Psh, Turkey A, psh, good to see you back. Yeah, this is, I'll show it again. This is the set I'm building right now. Close to finishing it. 75375 Millennium Falcon, the mid-scale size Star Wars set, part of the 25th anniversary release of sets. 921 pieces, 11 bags total. So again, I was kind of hesitant, even skeptical about buying these sets because I just thought, what's the point? You have the play scale size set, or if you really want to build a Millennium Falcon, get either the UCS or this one. But once this went on sale for, I think, $68 basically, rounded up, then to me it was worth it. And now, right when I got it, because Amazon has that cool feature, order it in the morning, get it the same day. And so that's what happened. And I was like, let's start the live stream right now. Got it delivered, did an unboxing, did a reveal, and here we go. We're well into the build, almost finished. And I cannot find a piece. Did something get stuck in the bag? This is really annoying me. I forgot to open. I forgot. Lego always puts a bag within a bag, and you need the whole thing open, which always made me wonder, why do they package it this way if you have to open both anyway? I guess it's for somewhat of an organization thing, but you still have to keep all these small pieces together. It's not like there's small pieces in the other bag. Anyway, there is some interesting quirks about Lego packaging, like the paper bags now. Scroll back up if I get a chance. Michelle, awesome. I like it. You have a new subscriber. Psh, awesome. Thank you, Michelle. We're all about Lego. Usually my son will live stream with me, but he is busy. Well, he's got a soccer game tomorrow, so he's kind of just hanging out. But I think he's actually doing some homework too, because he's got some catching up to do. But there we are, our sig figs. We, Lego collectors, at some point they, have to represent themselves as a Lego minifigure. So there's dad, there's son. Actually, we have a whole family set because I basically ordered a sig fig for each one of my family members. We were thinking, actually, one of my one of our friends said, you know, why don't you live stream the whole family, you know, a special live stream event. So maybe come Christmas, you'll see Brick Therapy all together, the whole Brick Therapy crew building up Lego. That'd be kind of fun. I'm sure other Lego YouTubers have done something like that. But yeah, that's probably what we'll have planned. Now, what could we build? If I have the UCS set, we could all build the UCS, make it a giant family project. That would be kind of fun. Tanner says, I made a Tomcat with the parts. If you want to see, go to the community page. Tanner, you should think about if you could basically turn what your build is into a set of instructions, you know, like, you know, step by step. I'm sure there's a way to AI that, or there's probably an app for doing instructions. But yeah, you should be able to sell that on Rebrickable because that was a really cool build. Matt Ruth says, are you excited for Star Wars Episode 10? Ooh, I didn't know there was an Episode 10 coming out. Do fill us in, Matt Ruth. I was thinking you were going to ask about the new use or up and coming UCS Super Star Destroyer set that's coming out, which makes me wonder if this $1,000 Death Star or $999 Death Star comes out next month, just in a couple weeks, how well that will sell or not sell. And if it does do pretty well, will people or will Lego, you know, up the price of the next UCS set, that being the Super Star Destroyer? What will that set include, and how much can they get away with charging Star Wars Lego fans for the next giant build? So anyway, I don't know. The way the prices have gone up, it'd be quite interesting. I know that's not related to Episode 10, but I have not heard about Episode 10. Wait a minute. So there's the prequel trilogy. That's episode 1, 2, 3. And then of course the original trilogy, episode 4, 5, and 6. And then they did the Disney trilogy, or whatever you want to call it, 7, 8, and 9. So yeah, what would 10 be about? I guess it'd kind of follow maybe the Mandalorian storyline, or after that. I guess I'd have to look it up. Hello, CC5853. So much to think about. Matt, they're making episodes 10 through 12. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have a question about that. A little bit hesitant. I think it'll make for some great Lego Star Wars sets because, you know, you can't go wrong with more Lego characters and ships being added. However, is Disney going to be in charge of it? And the executive producers, I think, of the last versions of Star Wars are not the best. So I wonder who will be in charge. But gosh, 10, 11, 12, man. To me, it sounds kind of cool. I guess are there enough young Star Wars fans that will flock to the theaters for that? I guess they can keep benefiting from the fact that there are quite a lot of Star Wars fans from going back to the 1970s, and so they're still around, and you know, i.e., still alive. So I guess they can profit from all those people coming back to see a new Star Wars trilogy. What would the storyline be? Who are the characters involved? Or is it a prequel type of thing? So many questions. So many questions. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Keep flipping this thing around. And I gotta build some more to the back side of the ship here. Okay, so this must be where this eventually be where the jet propulsion two-piece, this will be the back of the ship, showing that it's, you know, it's got light speed power. I don't know if it's nuclear fusion or whatever. What's the technology behind these ships at this point when they can go light speed? So yeah, I did not know that. Just stopping by. I need to sleep because it's 12:22. I hear you, CC5853. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the 14 likes, guys. Let's see. Scout Brick says, I'm building a Lego Technic fireplane. Ooh, very awesome. Tanner says, no, gonna keep the instructions to myself. All right, Tanner. Awesome. See you later. Matt is Alive says, plant hanger. You got, oh, Matt is Alive. You're still on the plant hanger. Greedo says, I'm off. I'm going to bed. All right. Hey, you guys, thanks for joining the live stream and checking in, though. Am I considered a young Star Wars fan? Ooh, good question, Scout Bricks. I guess you are. If you were not around for the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy, and your childhood memory is the Disney trilogy, or you were around after that, then you are for sure a young Star Wars fan. But I guess you could be a young Star Wars fan too if you just discovered it. Exactly. CC5853 says depends on how old I am, because I'm not 30 yet. That's where I draw the line. Hey, Stormy Q, welcome, welcome. Little Lego says didn't get the info out. Hello, Ann. Welcome, Ann. Hello, hello. Hope it turns out good. Alexander Studios. Good to see all you guys. Now, some of you guys, I know we have a variety of time zones represented here, so thank you. 16 likes. Maybe we get to 20 likes. CC5853. Good to see you. All right. I will finish bag 10 in your honor, CC5853. There goes my mod. Little Lego. What are you trying to post, Little Lego? I'm still not seeing what you're talking about. There's just your comments. Are you trying to post something somewhere, or is it on a oh, I don't know what. Anyway, I don't see it. So, or you could put it on our community post. Just put it on our community post on our YouTube channel, and then I'll see it there for sure. Okay, I'm adding the, this is not easy. I'm trying to add the light blue representation of the propulsion reactor, blue looking jet, you know, out, I don't know what you call it. The back of the ship where it looks like it's got power. But they have these Technic pins try to connect into the blue tube, and it's not working. Of course, this is the one time I said these are great builds, they're so easy, and now I've come to a part where it's not. So, and this is not like traditional Lego building experience here, because it's like it's using a flexible piece when it's, and you're not building bricks. But anyway, I'm really curious. I did not hear about an episode 10, 11, 12 coming out for Star Wars. So that is really interesting. I'm sure it's all over the interwebs, the internet, the rumorville. But in terms of Lego sets, there's another UCS set rumored for 2026, I believe. Actually, if you see behind me there, our live stream that we did over the summer was the Lord of the Rings, Rivendell, Barad-dûr, and Shire. So 2 things on Lord of the Rings Lego. If you like Lego, Lord of the Rings, that is, Lego themed Lord of the Rings, which again, amazing sets. Check out our video. We did a couple video reviews on just a compilation of our live stream, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But those sets and minifigures are second to none. They're so good. And rumor has it, or Lego rumor has it, that another large-scale Lego set is coming out. I want to say, whoops, also in 2026. Supposedly, if you know Lord of the Rings, supposedly, what's it called? The Minas Tirith, the big city of Gondor, is coming out, and if that's the case, that is going to be Very impressive. That's going to be pretty super amazing. I don't know how else to describe it, because my son was saying if Lego had to come out with another Lord of the Rings set, Minos Tirith would be the one to get. And I think it was on social media I saw it, but someone commented and said, if they're gonna release a set, to do justice and honor to these sets here, it better be on that scale, like behind me. Or what they could do, this was an awesome suggestion. Basically, make Minas Tirith two separate sets, one half released on one part, and then another set released, I don't know, a couple months later, and then do a UCS Helm's Deep, like the battle that takes place in the second movie. Make that one giant UCS set, and you would have a whole lot of fun Lego going on there. A whole lot of like hundreds, probably a couple $1,000s worth too. Just thinking. Disney Star Wars isn't that good. I agree, and I got my reservations about the episodes 10 through 12, especially because Disney is trying so hard to, I don't know, win back fans, and all they can do is rehash old stories or remake the animated movies that did so well in the 90s, like Lion King, and I can't think of the others, but they try to turn them into more live characters or whatever, and they're just not well led company, right? They put their face into so many things that have nothing to do with movie making and storytelling, which is a bummer. But yeah, in any case, if they come out with Lego sets, that is like a life unto its own, and those are not disappointing. I do like the Lego sets they came out with for the Mandalorian set, like the Justifier ship. There's a couple. Anyway, that part is kind of fun, I must say. The Lego says can't get the post out there. Alexander Studio says the Mandalorian. Yes, sir. Little Lego saying it's a normal website for Lego with EN before plus the period. Okay, I don't know what that is, Little Lego. You have to describe it. Just describe it in our community post if you want to. Alexander Studio says Mandalorian Grogu coming out next year. Oh, like a whole movie based on Grogu, or is it another TV series? Bees Bandits is here. What's up? Why are you up so late? Why I'm up so late? Because it's break therapy, Bees Bandits. We got to start out the weekend with Lego. If we have to do it later in the night, we do it later in the night. We're doing well, Bee Bandits. How are you doing? Jace Hayes. Psh, gosh, so good to see you guys. Plus, I'm almost done, Bee Bandits. I'm almost done. There's the jet stream now. Now the propulsion behind the ship is coming together, so I just can't rest on a Friday night knowing I didn't live stream each day this week. So that's why I'm determined. Plus, I get to chat with a lot of you guys and meet some new Lego community folks, new Lego community fans, and help us get to, we got 17 likes. I thought we had 18 likes earlier. So help us get to 20 likes. Those of you that are watching, thanks so much. Thanks for joining. If you love Lego, you like talking about Lego, you like building Lego, hopefully all of the above, then please subscribe and join us as my son, who is a weekend live streamer now because of school, and I will build and share our Lego building collection and fun with you guys, and also sharing so many fun topics related to Lego Star Wars, Lego in general, Lego, I don't know, semi-Lego reviews, and just enjoying the hobby itself. We'll talk over different themes of Lego sets coming out, like the Black Pearl, the Captain Jack Sparrow ship that just got released a week ago now. The fun set coming out for Christmas, the gingerbread AT-AT, which is at the top of my list. I think that will be available October 1st. And there's also not related to Star Wars, but related to Christmas, the Santa Big Fig. That's also going to be released. So there are some sets that are, they're still pricey, but in terms of expense, we're not talking about $100 sets. We're talking about, $50, $60 sets, which are definitely more appealing to the wallet. And eventually, the goal for me is, as a Lego collector, to try and get the UCS Millennium Falcon. So I don't know how much you guys bargain shop, or if you're familiar with the Lego Insiders program, but the fun part about collecting Lego is finding deals, and perhaps Lego is pretty aware of that. So they do provide a lot of fun opportunities for buying a Lego set through lego.com or at the Lego store, but you get what they call insider points, or you get GWPs, gift with purchase. So you get like a bonus Lego set on top of what you're already buying if you spend a certain amount. So there's a lot of fun things that go into why I collect Lego. It's just fun in general. Alexander Studios says, I'm heading out. Gonna see you. All right, Alexander Studios. 18 likes. There we go. 2 more likes for 20. Come on, guys. Can we do it? B Bandit says, all right. See you, Alexander. Almost done. I'm going to Bricks and Minifigs tomorrow or something with Lego. What should I look for? Oh, awesome, B Bandit. B Bandits, tell me if they have, because I was mentioning, if you're going to collect Lego Star Wars and you don't want to spend a ton of money and you don't have a lot of room or space, these mid-scale size ships are awesome. They really are. The builds are super fun, as you can tell. I've kind of milked it for, doing all these live streams with this one. But the builds are great, and it's not going to cost you a lot of money. So I guess the question is, B Bandits, if you go to Bricks and Minifigs tomorrow, is there not this, but is there a Han Solo Star Wars minifig that you can just get? So if you do collect a ship like this, then you could set up your Han Solo. Let's say my guy is Han Solo. That's close enough, right? And you put this on display, and then you put Han Solo right there next to it. Then you got your fun display right there. You got the pilot and the ship. Or if they don't have Han Solo, I wonder, did they make a Lando Calrissian minifig? I think that would be a cool one as well. Of course, then you have the acclimator, so maybe you could get a clone guy and put him next to that. So anyway, there's some fun ideas, I think, for collecting Lego Star Wars without having to spend a ton of money. I mean, $60, $60 to $70 is still, that's not cheap. But when you see how much these other ships are, these play scale size ships are, then you're talking some more serious cash. And I think they have, how many different mid-scale size ships do they have on sale or in circulation right now? Because I know there's quite a variety of ones you can get, not just the the 2 I have here, but I really like these. Aiden Gonzalez is here. Good to see you, Aiden. Glad you are good. Very good. Yamin, welcome. Good to see you. They did make Lando. Okay, B Bandits is confirming. So B Bandits, if you do go to Bricks and Minifigs, tell me or let me know in the next live stream that you join, how expensive are just the Star Wars minifigs alone if you wanted to get a Han Solo, or if I think a Lando might be more rare, or a Luke or something like that, because those are fun to have with these sets. Or you could also look on this website called bricklink.com and probably get a good price for one of those minifigures just by themselves. Yamin says he's Turkish. Turkey, you maybe can't be able to communicate with him, but I can't speak Turkish. Hey, Martin, welcome. Good to see you. Martin is here. Oh, 20 likes. Awesome, guys. Thank you for the 20 likes. Okay, I'm putting on, I think I've got one panel left. This is, looks like I need 3 more. So you can tell, it looks like I need a panel here. And then on the back, you can kind of see each one kind of covers a corner section. So again, these every single part of this build is fun. Even the jet propulsion part was a little bit, I don't know, tricky, or it didn't seem like it was gonna work very well, but it did. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Okay, hold on a second. I think yeah, I think I'm doing too much here. Okay, almost doubled up on what I was building. But yeah, I think if you're collecting Star Wars and you're just new to Lego, try these mid-scale size sets out. Otherwise, another good series, if it's just Lego in general, you're like, oh, I just want to get my kid a fun Lego set to build, and they like minifigures. Just going to the Lego store is a great deal, because you can go to the build a minifigure kiosk and you can choose, which is a great idea by Lego. I don't know when that idea came about, but it's perfect for families. That's what I did when my kids were younger. We just go to the Lego store, go to the kiosk, and for $10 you can build 3 custom minifigures. You can choose the hair, the head, the torso, the accessory, and you can just build your own Lego person, Lego minifig. Plus, there's tons of different accessories that they have, you know, like suitcases and umbrellas, and you can make more like, sometimes they have like themes like pirates or castle themed guys, so you can make a castle guard with a sword. You can add to your collection, kind of doing that as well. But that's an affordable way to collect Lego. And then in terms of themes, Ninjago, actually Ninjago City being my favorite of all Lego theme, well, Lego theme, or I should say Lego sets. The Ninjago City modular build, that is my favorite set to build, favorite set of all time. Even though I have a lot older sets from when I was a kid, that is my favorite of all time. And Ninjago is great because you can spend $10, get a box about that size, and it'll come with a fun build and at least 3 or 4 minifigures. So there's a lot of cool things. Hello, Ann Heron again. Welcome, welcome. Aiden is here. B Bandit says, I want the Spider-Man minifigs. Yes, there is the new CMF series, right? That came out, B Bandits. Welcome. Aiden says, I want Iron Spider. I like the leg printing, maybe arm printing as well. Very cool. Mage Wizard. Psh, oh my goodness, haven't seen some of you guys in so long. That would be awesome for an Iron Spider. Prime Animation. Prime Animation. Well, let's see. Our Lego collection in this room is, that's a good question. We have the castle build right here. I built this up the previous live stream. That's a 3-in-1 creator set. We've got the white Falcon here from the Han Solo movie. We've got Bumblebee as the car, and the 2 Midi sets I've been talking a lot about. And then behind me are favorite builds most recently, and probably the largest Lego set we have, Rivendell and Barad-dûr. And then all our Star Wars collection back here, except for probably 2 sets that are in storage. The Star Destroyer is probably one of the favorites. And then my son's favorite is the AT-TE tank. And then another favorite is the gunship right there. So he's also working on a clone army base, which is on the bottom shelf there. It actually takes up 3 cubicles, and then his clone army down there. So that's kind of an overview. We don't have all our sets in this room, but enough that I can have in the background. So yeah, there you go. Fun to share that. Bram says, I have that set too. I'm doing good, he says. B-Bandits, awesome. Bram, welcome. Prime Animation says, cool, very cool. Yes, no problem. So all you guys that are Lego fans, please leave a like, and if you want to subscribe, click on our minifig or our sig fig guy here. This is so fun. Can I show the Star Destroyer? Says Bridger975. Yes, I can. Give me a second here. I just want to finish this panel or attach it. I think that's all I have to do. Just want to make sure I have everything here. It looks like I do. I'm going to attach one more panel piece to the Falcon. And like I said, whoops, these are, get it oriented correctly here. These are fun builds. Actually, this connects in 2 spots. So I don't think the other ones did, which is really impressive because I thought this build would be pretty solid. Like there is no, like there would be nothing that you could open these panels up to in the ship, but it looks like you almost can. Although I don't feel like this one's going to be an easy connection. I thought I could do it with one hand, but I got to look more closely. All right, I can turn this. That'll help, I think. All right, boom, heard the click, sorta. All right, there we go, another panel piece. The ship's looking almost complete. Got some swishability there. All right, here's the Star Destroyer. Wish me luck. I don't want to drop it, but this is on request for Bridger. So this was a live stream from, whoops, Darth Vader. This is a live stream from December. But yeah, this is a set that's out right now. I think this is a $150 set, but it's a cool build. There's the bridge you can take off here. The top piece here you can take off. I don't remember how to exactly, so I don't want to break it. And that comes with some pretty cool minifigures as well. Darth Vader being one of them, and a couple of what would you call those guys? The guys that work in the control room, and I think an Imperial officer, and one of the guys with a kind of a forward coned helmet, artillery guys. Lots of good stuff there. Hey Daniel, welcome. So, oh, I'm just streaming because it's Friday night and my son is getting ready or gonna rest up for a soccer game tomorrow. All right, building up one more panel. Yes, love to show the collection. So there you go. Very cool, Bridger says, just so I can see the scale of the Falcon. Oh yeah, hopefully you did. I didn't put them next to each other. But I'd say it's, here I'll hold it from afar. I'd say it's like about half the size, half the length. But actually then, I think they would look pretty realistic next to each other as if it was what you would see in the movie in terms of the scale between the two of them. So yeah, good to see all you guys. Wow. Good to see Prime Animation, B-Bandits. Bram is here. Thank you, thank you. Yes, love the sets. Just talking about all kinds of stuff. Kenneth, welcome. All the Star Wars fans. This is a great Friday night to share Lego Star Wars building with all you guys. So thank you, 22 likes. This is awesome. And building a 4th panel to go on this ship. So let me just do a quick overview again. So I got this set in 2018. This is the Millennium Falcon model that came with the Han Solo movie. And you can see Han Solo's in there. There he is. There he is piloting the ship. The young Han Solo, right? So I didn't think I would get into Lego Star Wars because at the time I just thought there's too many of that series and I want to get back into Lego Castle. And at the time the Marvel movies were out and my kids really liked the Marvel movies and the Lego sets were and are still pretty cool. So ended up with getting some Marvel sets and actually collecting Lego City sets. I just had in my mind, if you're gonna collect Lego, you gotta have a Lego fire station, a police station, a couple Lego construction sets, or the traditional Lego City builds that everyone just can kind of associate with Lego. But then I saw this Millennium Falcon, and it was for sale. I think it was only $75, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen those sets go on sale for that price. Which, usually, especially now, they're over $150, I think, for the Dark Falcon right now, or $170. I guess it depends on if you find it on sale. So when I saw the white Millennium Falcon, and someone had pointed out it's got the R2-D2, color pattern with the blue and white, the blue and white strips, thought that set is too cool. All right, I will settle, and I will get one Lego Star Wars set. And when you get into Lego as a grown-up, as an adult, or a full adult fan of Lego, it just opens up a whole new realm of Lego collecting. You begin to discover, as I did, how many large-scale Lego sets there are, all the modular sets, all the theme sets that go with movies, and the collection, or the collecting, doesn't slow down. So now that I have this Millennium Falcon, I have the mid-scale size Falcon. I know we have a microfighter Falcon with a Han Solo somewhere, I think, in storage. Now I'm like, before they retire that UCS Millennium Falcon, I've got to try and get that. Now, they are releasing the UCS Death Star in October, so just a couple weeks from now, probably actually less than that, right? So I'm pretty sure they're going to retire the UCS Millennium Falcon. And I know we've been gawking at the $1,000 price of the new UCS Death Star that's coming out, but the Millennium Falcon's $850. So I have to be very strategic about getting a set like that. And what I've been saying in the previous live streams is, you see high-priced Lego set, like Barador was $450 and Rivendell was closer to $500. You have to buy those sets when there's a lot of gift with purchase or incentives. So if I'm sure a lot of you do, Lego has an insider program. If you are an Lego insider, which is free, you just join with your email. When you buy Lego through lego.com or Lego directly at a Lego store, every time you make a purchase, you get insider points. And when you get insider points, those add up to $25 or $50 discounts, or anywhere in between that amount. But if you let those points collect over time, which I have, then we're talking, $100 discounts and such. So I've got to be strategic. If I want to get that UCS set, I want to use my insider points that I've saved up, but I also want to buy when Lego offers double insiders points, so that I actually get a bigger discount, get maybe a $50 credit buying a set to begin with. And then finally, on top of that, buying any Lego set when you get a gift with purchase, which is basically another set of free Lego. Kind of like, if you can see behind it, the Star Destroyer, there's the Smeagol and Deagle set that came with the Shire set. So anyway, a lot to think about and be strategic with. So if I added all those incentives up together, there's one other possibility called Rakuten. And Rakuten is a website if you buy Lego online through the Lego website, but you also link it with Rakuten. They offer anywhere from a 2% to a 20% discount. And usually that discount is a lot higher when we're in the holiday season. So like Thanksgiving through Christmas, you'll see like 10 to 15%. Sometimes I think the highest I've seen is 20% cash back when you buy Lego. So if I do all that, let's say I take advantage of all those things, the gift with purchase, insider points, double insider points, plus Rakuten, you're talking about $175 to $200 discount right away. And that's buying a very cool set brand new. Now, the other option, maybe not as exciting, but a lot bigger of a discount, is to buy it used. And I know there's probably quite a few people who have the Lego UCS Millennium Falcon. If you go to a website called bricklink.com, that are selling their UCS Millennium Falcon because it's just a set they have owned, but it's just too much. It takes up too much space, and they don't want the set anymore. So you could buy a set like that. At least most recent I've seen is probably around $550 total for a used UCS Millennium Falcon set, which sounds pretty cool. The only thing is, when you buy a set that high priced, you got to make sure you're getting, or that high price with all those pieces. I think it's about, gosh, I want to guess around 6,000 to 7,000 pieces. You got to make sure you get what you pay for. The cool part is, though, that Bricklink stores, are the owners of those stores, the people who sell on Bricklink are really good. They're very good reputation, trustworthy folks, and I think it'd be okay. So there is that option. Of course, you kind of give up the fun part of buying a set like that new, which, you know, being a Lego fan in general, you kind of always want to get a set brand new right out of the box and experience that. But that's a temporary thing, so I don't know. There's a lot to kind of consider. But man, if we got that UCS set, that would be fun. We could live stream that. That could last us for weeks. Live streaming the UCS Millennium Falcon build. How fun would that be? I think that would be a lot more interesting, to be honest, than the new Death Star set. Voila! All right, this is starting to look like a complete ship. What do you think? Just one bag left, I believe. Wow, oh wow. So I think this might have been the most awkward part, putting up these back panels, because they snap into the bottom panels here through one of those kind of two-pronged 1x2 stud piece, or stud pieces. So, and then this is the jet stream, or the propulsion stream, whatever this thing is called. You know, we're sending the Millennium Falcon into warp speed. All right, I think I need to snap that piece back there together more. It looks uneven, but there we go. This is pretty cool. Be bandits, yeah, Lego Insider. And gosh, so many people. Bram, thank you for subscribing. Kenneth is here. It's like $55. Trying to get the Django Fed ship. Awesome. Jovan, you are here. Jovan Peraz, shout out to you. Kenneth says castle sets are cool. Just going back. Sorry, I was backtracking because I know I was talking about things as I was building. Bridge says, that's my favorite Falcon. The white and blue looks great. I know. So, you know, this is where Lego speaks to all kinds of generations. That's why it says 18 and above, right? Because you can be a Lego collector at any age, and enjoy the build. That's why we call our channel Break Therapy. And oh my goodness, 25 likes. Thank you guys. So let's see. Kenneth says, my plan is to have Wow, a half a billion dollars worth in Legos before my 30th birthday. Well, you know, if inflation continues the way it is, it might come faster than you think, Kenneth. You never know. Let's go. Jurassic Animations, welcome, welcome. Gosh, you guys are from around the world. Very cool. Assuming you're all from these different time zones and checking in. So some of you guys are already in the Saturday zone. Hello, Ashley. Psh, Matt is alive. Recovering child. Matt's back at the chat. Let's go. A recovering child. What does that mean? Matt is alive. I think that's a good thing, right? Because now if you are a recovering child, you're a grown-up who appreciates childhood fun and knows how to keep it under control and therefore collect Lego within reason. This is a quite a good sized collection though. It's fun. So thanks everyone for joining the live stream, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will try and live stream tomorrow. I got one bag left, bag 11. It just feels right to do a episode 7 for the live stream for building up the Midi Falcon. So I think this will be good, and yeah, hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Thanks everyone. Thank you for all the likes and the subscriptions. And if you are still, fired up, keep building. Build some Lego, because I know some of you guys are just starting your Saturday, it sounds like. So high fives everyone. See you tomorrow.